Sawadee I'm JP Mestanza. It's Friday, April 30th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVC Phuket. Check them out on Facebook. 14-day quarantine is back on for all international arrivals, regardless of whether they are vaccinated. The government's Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration, the CCSA, they'd previously announced a shortened quarantine period of 7 to 10 days for international arrivals who had been vaccinated, but starting tomorrow, it won't matter if anyone is vaccinated, as all arrivals to Thailand will have to do a mandatory 14-day quarantine. However, international arrivals who have received their certificate of entry approval prior to May 1st and will arrive by May 5th can do the 7 to 10 day quarantine depending if they're vaccinated. In addition, the CCSA created a new distinction, the dark red zones of maximum and strict COVID-19 control, designating 6 provinces with this classification. They are Bangkok, Chonburi, Chiang Mai, Nonthaburi, Pathum Thani, and Samut Prakan provinces. Phuket is still declared a red zone of maximum control, of which there are now 45 provinces with this distinction, while there are now 26 orange control zones, including Phuket neighbor provinces of Phang Nga and Krabi. In the dark red zone provinces, people are being asked to not leave their provinces. Restaurants are only allowed to open in those provinces for takeaway until 9 p.m. Nationwide, entertainment places and schools remain closed. Malls can open until 9 p.m. with limited visitors, but no promotional events. Parties will also be banned, except for household and traditional functions, including funerals. In the red zone provinces, including Phuket, dining in is allowed at restaurants until 9 p.m., no alcohol to be sold at eateries. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Leading figures from Phuket's tourism and other industries have made a united plea for the national government to allow private businesses and even local municipalities here in Phuket to buy their own vaccine doses to ensure the island will be allowed to reopen for vaccinated international tourists without quarantine starting July 1st. A critical requirement before Phuket reopens is that 70% of the island's population must be vaccinated for COVID-19 before the national government will give its approval. However, the ongoing spate of infections throughout the country have placed the July 1st deadline in jeopardy, with leading Phuket figures now saying that the vaccine doses initially promised to Phuket to make the deadline possible may now be allocated elsewhere to counter the rising number of infections in the kingdom. This is why many are advocating that the private sector and local governments of Phuket be able to purchase vaccine doses themselves. The president of the Phuket Tourist Association said, quote, "We just want the government to approve and facilitate us to purchase vaccines by ourselves. The vaccine will be bought by the budget from our own private sector and local administrative organizations in order to provide to our people and carry on our strategy for the country." The proposal is supported by the presidents of the Phuket Tourism Council, the Federation of Phuket Industries, and the Phuket Chamber of Commerce, the head of which, Danusak Pungdet, pointed out that many municipalities across the island had, months ago, set aside specific budgets required to buy their own vaccines, including Phuket City and Patong. The plea in Phuket for private sector operators to buy their own vaccines came as Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha this week promised close collaboration with the private sector to speed up the vaccine rollout and achieve the target of inoculating 50 million people by the end of 2021. So far, Thailand's government has managed to inoculate just over 4% of the entire national population. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Phuket Extra will be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. The President of the National Assembly of Thailand and incumbent Speaker of the Thai House of Representatives, Chuan Leekpai, he arrived in Phuket today to be briefed on the outbreak situation on the island and to donate 10,000 items of personal protective equipment, or PPE, to the officers stationed at the Phuket checkpoint, where all arrivals onto the island by road are screened before being allowed into the province. 15 new COVID-19 deaths have been confirmed in Thailand today, as the death toll now rises to 203, while 1,583 new cases have also been confirmed. The new total for Thailand is 65,153 since the pandemic began. 55% of total patients have recovered. In Phuket, there are 17 new cases, raising the total to 391 cases since the start of April. Patong has the most cases with 42, then Wichit with 39, Katu with 34, Gamala with 32, then Chalong and Rasada with 29 cases each. Thanks again for joining us today on Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVC Phuket. Visit them on Facebook. Join us again on Monday. We'll recap everything you missed over the weekend. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.